It's IBC 2023 and I've managed to grab 5 minutes with Bridge Technologies and Simen Frostad. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for coming.
And I think, as we've just mentioned, it's been a great IBC so far.
Holy Moses, I think it's back into its old glory days.
I absolutely
and
agree.
I think that's very necessary because we have a lot of technology change in this industry, and we're better than to come and see it and try it out and do hands-on on your own.
Absolutely.
So I believe an exhibition like IBC is extremely important.
Yes, no, absolutely. It just feels like it's back to normal.
Yes, absolutely.
No, that's great. So, Bridge Technology, you've always got something new.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit.
Well, one of the things that we shipped just before IBC, so it's available to all existing customers that do have the VB440, is to download the newest package. Free upgrade with all the Dolby standards.
Okay.
So you can do Dolby E, you can get Dolby ED2, you can get Dolby Digital, plus you can get Dolby Atmos. And all of this in a sensible package where you can decode and go deep into the metadata layer to make sure that all of your objects, all of your presentations and all of your renderings is there. It also contains a Dolby renderer so you can listen to it in a browser from anywhere.
So what made you add this to the VB440?
Well, first of all, because audio is always been very significant in broadcast. Broadcast is kind of like poor stepbrother, if you like. But you know, you can lose your image, but if you lose the audio, the transmission is over. So audio is very, very important. With everybody dabbled with immersive audio to some extent, especially with its surround. But real immersive audio like Dolby Atmos and MPEG-H, that's a different animal because again, the complexity is staggering. But the result is also staggering. And that is also why immersive audio now has been embraced by the music industry. I mean, who would have thought? The music industry. So everybody now goes around with binaural kind of headsets and music that is mixed in Dolby Atmos. So it's been pushed from two sides for once. So now the broadcasters, they don't have a choice. They have to implement it. We saw the Women's World Cup from New Zealand and Australia, made with immersive audio, Dolby Atmos. And we know for a fact that the Olympics in Paris in 2024 is going to be made in Dolby Atmos.
So it's not simplifying the monitoring process. You're not allowing other people, because it is massively complicated.
Yes.
It's not something that anyone can just jump straight into.
Can't. First of all, you need to then have the capability of listening to the audio itself if you're going to then create audio for it. That's more advanced because in a normal audio setup you have 5.1 speakers, 5 speakers and 1 subwoofer. And then in the Dolby Atmos sense you need then more speakers to have the height information. So that becomes more difficult. Also the way the audio is handled. It's handled not as discrete channels, but then a lot of data channels with the object descriptions. Where's the object placed? And that becomes a bit challenging. So everybody then has to have new tools to be able to understand that, and we're very happy to provide that.
And they're fully customizable. If people want to work in their own way,
absolutely.
The user interface can be how they work.
Whatever you want it to be.
Fantastic.
And, now we're going into full salesman mode. And it's free of charge. There's no additional license. Yeah, holy Moses.
And it comes already installed on any new product, I guess.
Exactly, yes.
Absolutely. Fantastic. So anyone that's here at the show should come along to Hall 1 and meet with you. We'll have this video out before the end of the show.
Absolutely, because one thing is the Dolby stuff, then we have a lot of the aluminium kits, which is then basically iPad Pros with a nice UI, with Power over Ethernet, Gigabit Ethernet, blah, blah, blah. We have a lot of HDR features. We have a new feature called Canvas to Tailor. I mean, I can go on and on.
No, absolutely. So if they're here, they'll come to the front of Hall 1 and find Bridge Technologies. You're right in the front door, no problem. After the show, where do we send them? The website is?
bridgetech.tv.
bridgetech.tv. Thank you very much, Simen.
Pleasure.
For everything else that Kit Plus is doing at the show, it's kitplus.com. Thank you.